Hello friends, and in this video we are gonna learn the lesson methods of training creative thinking. Yeah, in working, right? If you want to increase the value that you contribute for your companies, I think creative thinking is very important. So that's why I would like to send this lesson for you, and hopefully you like it. Firstly, I will read this lesson and then I explain the meaning of several keywords which are highlighted by me. Okay, let's start learning with me. Yes, firstly, we need to understand the meaning of creative thinking. What is creative thinking? Creative thinking is the ability to look at something in a new way. It could be a new approach to a problem, a solution to a conflict, or finding new results from available data. Creative thinking brings a fresh, sometimes bold perspective, helping us grow quickly and stand out. Employers today want to find employees with good creative thinking ability to bring new opinions and new perspectives to work. And now let's learn characteristics of creativity. Firstly, it must be imaginative. Creative thinking is imaginative thinking because it reveals something that does not exist, has not existed, or was not known before. Therefore, the first thing we need to have is imagination to visualize something that is unfamiliar to many people. And secondly, it must be purposeful. Creative thinking is not daydreaming, right? Or thinking about vain things, but it is an action with a clear purpose and goal. And thirdly, it must be original. Discoveries or creativity involves seeing the same thing as everyone else and thinking in a different way. It means creativity is original, different from conventional thoughts. And number four, it must be valuable. Creativity must bring a valuable result, serve the right purpose, or solve a specific problem. Now we come to the most important part of this lesson, methods of training creative thinking. Firstly, art industry. According to a study, we are all creative, but to different degrees. In order for our creativity to be enhanced and developed, we need to practice every day by brainstorming and thinking of ideas for even the smallest problems in life. Over time, our brains will improve creative thinking, helping to improve work and life efficiency. And number two, balance between reality and ideas. A successful idea must be applicable in practice, right? Therefore, when creating, we need to pay attention to the practicality of the idea and consider whether the idea can be implemented and effective. If a good, unique, but creative idea is too impractical, it cannot be used. And number three, expand your thinking, relax, and feel free to create. One thing to note when thinking creatively is to keep a comfortable mood. Relax your mind, clear your mind, and focus on the problem. And number four, break the standard of thinking. If you want to come up with unique ideas that have never existed before, you must also dare to break all thinking standards. It means you leave behind old ways of thinking and think in a completely new direction, even though it may be contrary to conventional ideas. And number five, dare to engage, not afraid of risk. Risk in creativity is inevitable because new ideas have never been implemented before and no one knows their result in advance. However, only those who boldly dare to start, then unique creative achievements will appear. And number six, don't worry about difficulties you encounter. If you worry too much about the difficulty ahead, those thoughts will invade your mind, making you no longer focus on creating new ideas. Be strong enough to ignore your worries and believe that there is always a way to fix every problem. Then you will be more comfortable being creative. And finally, number 7, ignore the idea of dependence. Only by searching for information yourself, constantly learning from others, combined with your own creative ability, can you be creative. Practice creativity by brainstorming on your own without relying on others or your team, because reliance can lead to passivity and not being able to develop one's own creative thinking. Yeah. And hopefully, as you can remember, right, the methods to practice creative thinking. And now, to the part I'm gonna explain the meanings of several keywords for you. And for the first word, I want to explain the meaning that the word conflict. Yeah, conflict is mean to people, right? To countries. Discuss strongly about several issues. Yeah, it means about conflicts, and they do not agree about the solution, how to handle issue, right? They disagree. Okay, and let's see how we use the word conflict in this lesson. Creative thinking is the ability to look at something in a new way. It could be a new approach to a problem, a solution to a conflict, or finding new results from available data. Yes, in here explain for us understand about the term creative thinking, right? Creative thinking is the ability to look at something in a new way, right? We do not look at in a conventional way. And it could be a new approach to a problem. This means that you will apply the new way to understand the problem. A solution to a conflict, a solution to solve the conflict, right? And of course, as you will think about a new solution, and that hasn't applied before, right? And this is the first time you apply to solve this conflict, or finding new results from available data, right? And of course, we are based on available data, right? To apply the new solution, right? To get the desired results. And next, what I want to explain the meaning for you, the word imaginative. It is adjective, right? Imaginative. Yeah. If I say that you are imaginative, yeah, I say that you are having a new and exciting ideas. Yeah. So when you get that saying from me, it means I appreciate you and you are very creative. Okay, let's see how we use the word imaginative. And imaginative, right? It is the first value. Yeah, creative thinking must have, right? Imaginative. Creative thinking is imaginative thinking because it reveals something that does not exist, has not existed, or was not known before. Yeah. So creative thinking is imaginative thinking, right? It's been we should set the new and exciting ideas, right? Which haven't existed before. Yeah. And for the next word, I want to explain the meaning for you. The word original. Actually, for this word, it is the same meaning with the word unique, but in this background, in this context, right? I think the most suitable word I should choose the word original. Yeah. Original is mean completely different. Which one existed before, right? It is new and different. Okay. So let's see how we use the word original, right? Discoveries or creativities involves seeing the same thing as everyone else and thinking in a different way. It means creativity is original, different from conventional thoughts, right? Yeah, so for here, right, creativity is, we understand, right, about the kind of thinking, right? It is different from conventional thinking. Yeah. Okay. And for the next word, I want to explain the meaning for you. The word improve. Yeah, it is verb, right? And it is so easy to understand the meaning of this word. Improve is mean that you want to make something, right? To be better than this one before. Yeah, just like that. Just much better than before. Okay. So let's see, over time, our brain will improve creative thinking, helping to improve work and life efficiency. Yeah, so let's see, in order for our creativities to be enhanced and developed, we need to practice every day by brainstorming and thinking of ideas for even the smallest problems in life, right? So in here, it's struck for us how to practice creative thinking, right? For daily life, we need to for daily life, right? We need to practice by brainstorming, right? Thinking about new ideas from the smallest problems in life, and over time, our brains will improve, right? Creative thinking, yeah, our brains will must our creative thinking is better, right? And from that, helping to improve work and life efficiency. And for the next word, I want to explain the meaning for you. The word impractical. Impractical, it means not sensible or not realistic, right? Yeah. So let's see how we use the word impractical. If a good, unique, but creative idea is too impractical, it cannot be used, right? Yeah, of course, as I already told you, right? Creative thinkings, yeah, we mentioned about ideas, right, which is new and exciting, right, which hasn't existed before, but it must be realistic, right? At least it is a little bit realistic. And if your creative ideas is too, yeah, in here, remember we should the words, right? Too impractical, it cannot be sure, right? Yes, yes, to be creative, you should suggest the new thing, right? But anyways, it must be related to a little bit realistic, right? So we can carry out, right? And can get expected results. Yeah, remember about this. It is very important. And for the next word, contrary, right? Yeah. If you prefer British pronunciation, you can pronounce this word contrary. And if you prefer American pronunciation, you can pronounce contrary, right? Contrary. And for me, actually, I do not care so much about British or American pronunciation. Just depend on my natural pronunciation. Yeah. So just for this word, right? Contrary, because I get you to pronouncing contrary. So when I see this word, I pronounce contrary. Yeah. And for me, I never care about British or American pronunciation. Okay, contraries. Contraries, right? When we mention about two people or two countries, right? This means they disagree about something. Yeah. And because they disagree, right? So at least two, they could fight each other or resist against each other. Okay, and let's see the words contraries, how we choose, right? It means you leave behind old ways of thinking and think in a completely new direction, even though it may be contrary to conventional ideas, right? Contraries are different, right? So here we can understand different. So it means you leave behind old ways of thinking. Yeah, if you want to be creative, right? So you need to leave behind old ways of thinking, right? And think in a completely new direction, even though it may be different, right? Yeah, to conventional ideas. Okay, and for the next word, inevitable. Inevitable, it means that you cannot avoid or prevent. Yeah, surely it happens and affects you. So let's see. Risk in creativity is inevitable because new ideas have never been implemented before, and no one knows the result in advance, right? Yeah. So risk in creativity is inevitable and you cannot avoid because we apply the new ways, right? Yeah, which haven't implemented this before, so we do not know about the result ahead, right? So of course risk exists, but we should not think so much about the risk, because if we are afraid about the risk, right, and think so much about that, analyze about the risk, we cannot think about the new ways to solve the problem, and we cannot create the new result, right? We need to accept the risk. Yeah, and I think sometimes we make a mistake in this course. We consider as our lesson, right? Because we already have an experience, right? So based on that experience, we will think about a new way, suggest the new solution to handle the problem. And for the next time, surely we do not repeat again that mistakes. Okay, and for the next question, invade. Yeah, invade. If I say my country invades your countries, this means that my countries, right, your military enforce to enter your countries, right, in order to take control of your countries. Yeah, invade, enter, yeah, and take control. Yeah, of course, we will use military enforce. Yeah, if you talk about two countries. But let's see how we use the word invade in this paragraph, right? If you worry too much about the difficulties ahead, those thoughts will invade your mind, making you no longer focus on creating new ideas. This is an advice for us, right? If you worry too much about the difficulty ahead, right? Yes, to be creative, you should not think so much about difficulty ahead. If you always think about the difficulty ahead, right? Those thoughts will invade your mind, right? For the thoughts, right? Invade, it means enter your mind, right? Making you no longer focus on creating new ideas, and that hinders your creativity. Yeah. Okay, and for the final word, combine, right? Combine, let me see. Yeah, combine, it is verb, right? And you can understand like this. Combine, it means to join two or more things, right? Together. To form a singular one. Yeah, it is so easy to understand, right? And let's see how we use the word combine. Only by searching for information yourself, constantly learning from others, combined with your own creative ability, can you be creative, right? So in here, that means you should not totally depend on other people, right? Firstly, you need to search information by yourself, right? And of course, you also need to combine with other people's knowledge or other people's advice, right? And from that, you can create your own creative ability. Yeah, but anyways, you should totally depend on yourself by searching information and do anything, right? And analyze, think, yeah, do brainstorm. And you should not rely on your friends or your team. Of course, you also need to discuss with them, but you just listen, hear about the experience, and also consider about their suggestion, right? But for the final decision is made by you based on about your analysis. Yeah. Okay, and hopefully as you like these videos, and for these videos you see that I spent much time to read the lesson and then explain all of the meanings of several keywords. And I think for next time I will do highlight this because it is very useful for firstly, right, for you to completely understand the lesson, and also to help you improve your listening skill. And one thing, yeah, I also need to accept that it also helped me improve my English. Okay, hopefully you like this video, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.